The Los Angeles Lakers are a whole new team. Mainly because they got rid of one guy. And it wasn't a player. We all know. It was a coach, Darvin Ham. So what we're going to do today is, first I'm going to show you this hilarious clip comparing Darvin Ham timeout and JJ Redick timeout. This is hilarious. Then we're going to react to some moments last year in the season where you could tell the Lakers lost respect for their head coach, Darvin Ham. Then we're going to react to the new Lakers offense, which is absolutely beautiful. So sit tight. Let's start off with a laugh first. Bam.
Great communication, great attention to detail to the
Good
game
huddle
plan.
right here.
All right? Our physicality is excellent too. When we play with pace, we can get whatever we want. All right? We are getting great shots. They will go in. They will go in. Don't settle.
Okay, pretty solid huddle. Watch this.
Go hard on them dudes.
Go hard on them dudes. Let's keep going.
Everybody's trying to play the right way. Salute. Be aggressive.
This man in an NBA game in a timeout said, salute. That's insane. Now we're going to watch the moments where you can tell that the team lost respect for Darvin. So, here we go. I remember this. You tell them to challenge. Now, when do you see a player yell at a coach like that? Challenge the play! Like, he's yelling at him. Like, off the bat, this is red flag number 1. Watch how he stares at the coaches. Look at this. That's bad. Look at this. Look at this. This is frustrating to me. Watch this.
A few moments later.
They don't like this dude. Look at this. That's bad. They're still in timeout. Anthony Davis got up and left. That's bad. You've got to have respect from the locker room and the players, man.
At the end of this, if you guys could both answer this, Coach said the one thing going forward next year is about staying healthy, knowing with the wet unfolded.
Look at his body language, bruh.
To that.
I think I'm sure if everybody could be healthy, they'd be healthy. If they wanted to be healthy, they'd be healthy. So
this body language is terrible.
For myself, when guys are injured or going through that process of coming back, I don't take it lightly.
Look at this. He's just clowning coach right now. Wow. Oh my gosh. By the way, whoever put this video together, shout out to you, because this is insane to see. Dude, look how confused he is. Wow. Oh my gosh. That last video was insane. He legit did not know what he was drawing up. Now, granted, as a head coach, you can have your assistant coaches draw up plays. There's no excuse for that. And I'm sure coaching in the NBA is hard, but like, that's your job, dude.
Listen, I got it. Hey, give me the board.
Yo.
Y'all do know I can play.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, let's watch that again.
Listen, I got it. Hey, give me the board. Give me the board. I got it.
He says that with frustration too. Give me the board.
Y'all do know I can play point guard too, right? Okay. We got a lot of length. I can play the point with Rui in there or Austin and TP at the 2 and 3. I'm just out there just floating around. We've shown that we're more than capable.
Look at the energy.
We have stretches where we just don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor.
Whoa.
And those are the ones that cost us. So
being frustrated, you know, it's an emotional game and the way it ended and all of that. So I would agree to disagree on that one.
Wow. Hold on. Wow. Look at the body language, dude. They hated this dude. Dang, that's a grown man.
What did you see on the defensive end? Where did you guys fall short on that end?
I mean, they throw a lineup out there that's very versatile. So if you don't communicate, they'll take advantage of it from slips and screens. And obviously, Jock Bond's a hell of a coach. He's putting them in position to take advantage of any miscommunication or mislaps on our end. So that's what they did tonight.
Coaching.
Took advantage of it.
Wow. Bro, he does not rock with Coach. Look at this. He does not rock with Darvin. Yo, look, whoa. Watch LeBron's eyes. Bro, look at him. Shakes his head. No way.
But Darvin a play up for AD just because he's the guy that can get to the rim and throw a lob if you get a lob action to him.
Look at this. Look at his eyes. And by the way, shout out LeBron for not like going to the media and just saying Darvin Ham's a bad coach, because clearly he thought that. We got it on camera of him actually communicating that with his body language. That video was insane. Coaching. A lot of NBA fans think it's all in the players, stuff like that. But like, if you know basketball, you know it's a lot of coaching involved. And if you have a bad coach, it doesn't matter how good you are, it's hard to win. Now we're going to react to the new Lakers offense and what they're doing with JJ. This is about to be beautiful.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance.
The Lakers just started off their NBA season with a win for the first time in 8 years. And while you
Oh my gosh, they haven't won their first game in 8 years?
A number of storylines, like the fact that LeBron and Bronny became the first father-son duo to ever share the court, or that Anthony Davis looked superhuman on both ends of the floor. What stood out most to me is the same thing that stood out in the preseason, and that's the new and improved offensive approach under JJ Redick. In a video I made over a week ago, I highlighted how movement, screening, and multiple actions looked like a huge point of emphasis for this team. And we saw that a lot on opening night against the suffocating Wolves defense. Just take this play from the second quarter, for example.
Watch the ball and man movement instead of just iso ball like they're doing a lot last year. And clearly not drawing up plays. We just watched a video of them ignoring Darvin's plays. Watch the man movement, especially the screen setting,
splits. Setting a little ball screen for D'Lo before running off a back screen from Connect, where he puts pressure right on the rim. Connect then moves off a third screen from Jackson Hayes, which leaves him with space to hit a three.
Beautiful. Let's watch that again.
Off a back screen. It starts with Bron setting a little ball screen for D'Lo before
sets the ball screen. Now these two have to communicate.
Running off a back screen.
Goes under Jackson Hayes. Now Dalton connects sets once for LeBron. Now LeBron's a lob threat, so DiVincenzo has to tag.
From Connect, where he puts pressure on the rim.
LeBron's a lob threat. He has to tag. They switch. Another screen to a
Connect
this is
then moves
beautiful.
off a third screen from Jackson Hayes, which leaves him with space to hit a three.
Wow.
Or how about this one from the first? AD's gonna hand it off to Vincent in the middle of the floor to set up the two-man game, and notice how Hayes is positioned out near the weak side corner. That's so if he gets the ball, he can immediately set up an open corner handoff with no extra help, although Christie's unable to capitalize from three. And I really wanted to highlight that play specifically because poor outside shooting was a big part of the story.
Yes,
they
it
shot
was.
just 3 of 19 or 15.8% from 3 in the first half, then followed that up with a 2 for 11 or 18.2% second half, meaning that over the entire game, they made just 5 of their 33 point attempts. It's game 18.2%
what is this ref doing?
second half, meaning that over the
bro?
entire game,
he dang near closed out on D'Lo.
they made just 5 of their 33 point attempts. It's not like they were forcing up bad looks outside of the flow of the offense either. They were consistently creating good looks that just weren't falling, which I think bodes well.
By the way, this is the game that JJ said we're getting good looks. These will go in. I just showed you that clip in the first part of the video. I showed you that clip. Oh, and the Lakers, as you know, started 3-0. They made almost 0 roster changes. All they did was fire a head coach. Now they're a way better team. That shows you that it was dang near all coaching. There was no belief in the locker room. No energy. There was no buy-in. Now look at it. With all they did was get Dalton Connect, who's a dog.
For the team moving forward, considering that they do have a lot of shooting talent. In this game in particular, though, they had to find ways to get points on the board without the help of shooting.
LeBron went crazy.
And one way they did that was by creating second chance opportunities. With 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, they established their size and physicality on the boards early, which led to some easy points down low. Another way they found quality offense in the paint was in the open floor. They looked to get out and run with every opportunity, which is a great way to attack a disadvantaged defense. A lot of these runouts came as a result of their own defense, forcing 15
Whoever's narrating this knows basketball.
Wolves turnovers and turning that into 19 points on the other end. Even after defensive rebounds or made baskets, though, it was clearly a point of emphasis to play with pace, and they did so with great execution. Then whenever the game did slow down, that's where the new and improved half-court offense really stood out. One action they've been going to quite a bit is very Nuggets-esque. Vincent's going to enter the ball to Reeves near one of the elbows before cutting around Davis on the other elbow. This time Gobert stays glued to Davis and DiVincenzo stays home in the corner, so Vincent's left with an easy layup. But a play later, they went to that exact same action, except Reed's the low man, so he's going to drop on that cut to protect the rim.
This is beautiful right here. If Austin Reeves just pass fakes this way and Nas Reeves drops, Rio Hachimura, we know he can knock down the shot. Simple skip pass. There's nobody right here. Simple skip pass, or he can just throw it. Let's see.
That means Gobert has to scramble to cover the corner,
That's
leaving
good defense.
nobody on Davis in the middle of the floor.
That's beautiful action. Something, regardless of what they did on defense, something was going to be open just off a high
Earlier in the game, they ran that action again, but with LeBron cutting and Hayes holding the ball up top. If the cut isn't there right away, that screener, in this case Connect, is going to move into a handoff, setting up the two-man game. Hayes gets open on the roll and takes off for a big-time
You saw none of that last year.
Finish. Setting up two-man action with added movement and screening is perhaps the hallmark of JJ Redick's offense, and the Lakers executed to near perfection in Game 1. One thing they like to do is have someone set a cross screen for the ball screener in the middle of the floor, creating some more separation to set up that empty side pick and roll. With LeBron in the short roll and Davis diving from the middle, Gobert's forced into an impossible 2-on-1 situation. Just a couple minutes later, they set up another empty side pick and roll, except they flipped it so Bron's the one handling and Reeves is the one catching the ball in the short roll. Gobert again has to play both the ball and the middle, with Davis ready to dive from up top, only for Rui to take advantage of a sleeping Julius Randle with a perfectly timed cut. If they're going to set up in the middle of the floor with a handoff instead of that empty corner pick and roll, you'll typically see the intended ball handler run off a cross screen first, again creating more separation. As a result, Reed has...
Look at this spacing. Look at this beautiful spacing. Like this guy was just saying, this creates an ISO situation or empty side pick and roll on this side. Then they always have somebody in the short corner right here, and somebody in the deep corner right here for a shot or a drop off. Something's going to, you have a roller, you have a ball handler, somebody popping, something's going to be open.
Cross screen first, again creating more separation. As a result, Reed has to step up to the ball, and nobody tags Hayes in time to prevent a lob.
That's impossible to guard.
Even if it's just a traditional pick and roll in the middle of the floor, they're very particular and creative with how they generate space and occupy help. Right as Hayes starts his roll, Reeves is going to pop out to the top of the key with the goal of eliminating Conley as a tagger. Then it's a 2-on-1 and D'Lo gets to a floating Conley. Reeves is going to pop.
This right here is gorgeous. If Reeves doesn't pop out, Conley can just stay here. And because Reeves can shoot, he's a threat out here. Conley has to get out, which leaves these two open for a 2-on-1. This is beautiful action.
Pop out to the top of the key with the goal of eliminating Conley as a tagger. Then it's a 2-on-1 and D'Lo gets to a floater. The idea here is that with multiple actions and added movement, they can create confusion within the defense, forcing them to make split-second decisions. Minnesota does just about everything perfect on this one, only for LeBron to lose Randle with a backdoor cut. Easy points in the paint were ultimately the determining factor in LA's win, and why their offense still looked so potent without any sort
of... Minnesota is one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and they were shredded up like this.
...of outside scoring. They scored 72 points in the paint, and those came in just about every way you can think of, from transition runouts and putbacks to pick and roll lobs and cuts out of set action. The Wolves actually tried to adjust by going to a zone at a couple different points in the game while Gobert was
You can't go zone when LeBron is on the other team. You cannot do that.
On the bench, and the Lakers continued to dissect them. Here's one from late in the fourth where AD gets Ant on the ball and turns his back to post up the mismatch while signaling for Rui to flash to the middle. That puts Reed in an impossible situation where he has to choose between either helping on the mismatch or guarding Rui in the middle. It's actually defended well, but that's a tough shot. The middle.
Also,
it's actually
he catches right here. Austin Reeves can sit and hit a three. This kick out is open, or like he did, he dove. He
defended well, but
look at that. Something's going to be open.
That's a tough shot. Despite shooting 5 of 30 from 3, they found ways to produce efficient offense, and I think that's really.
They shot 5 for 30, and they diced them up. Imagine when the Lakers are hitting shots. They're going to be a really hard team. Listen, just coaching, the way they run their offense changed the entire team drastically. They beat a great Minnesota team who has a great defense, hitting 5 out of 33s, 72 points in the paint. When they're hitting their threes, they're going to be extremely hard to beat, especially with LeBron and AD playing the way they are right now.
Important because if you want to be competitive in this league, you have to be versatile and have counters for when things aren't going your way. To go up against arguably the best paint defense in the league and completely control the inside like that, to me, best paint defense in the league and completely control the inside like that, to me, is a statement that this new offense is no joke, and that AD in particular may be unleashed like never before under JJ Redick.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to drop a like.
Whoever this dude is, this is the first time I watched one of his videos. You know ball. Great breakdown, you know ball. I'll probably tune in to more videos, react to more videos of yours. That's good stuff. Like I said, Lakers are a playoff team, man. Not a play-in team, playoff team. Playing like this, they haven't started 3-0 since 2010. That's insane. 2000. It's 2024, fellas. But I'm not going to keep yapping. Darvin Ham, salute. That's all I got for y'all, man. Stay blessed.